Hello everyone, K-Dub here, and I wanted to take just a few moments of your time to give you some input about the lovely game of Starfield. Now, there is definitely some positives to this game, or else it wouldn't have a 70% recommend on Steam. However, I just wanted to put in my 2 cents about this game. And no, I have not completed the whole game. And the reason for that being is that I am more of a story drive person. The story drives how much I want to play the game. So, unfortunately for Starfield, I am not invested in this story at all. The main story is bleh, in my opinion, and I'm sure that it gets a lot better if I were actually able to make it past certain sections of the story. The problem is I haven't been able to get past those sections because I don't really find it all that interesting. And I feel like the story is forced upon the player rather than having the story sort of organically come along as the player is playing the game. And I think that's one of the reasons why I really can't get into this game. I just feel like the story, the world that I've been put into, it's sort of been forced. I'm not invested in it. I don't have an emotional investment in the world. I don't have any emotional investment in the NPCs. So, this is primarily why I would not personally recommend this game. My standards when it comes to these kind of games being role-playing games, is that there needs to be engaging stories in order for me to keep playing the game. And this game does not have any of that, at least that I've played in the 20 hours that I've played it. I tried the side content, and it was drier than the chicken that I make, to be frank. And that's not great at keeping me engaged in the world. Now, thankfully, I have Game Pass for PC, so it hasn't cost me 70 bucks to figure out that this game is definitely not for me. It but I'm not going to get the time back that I put into this, and I have to agree with certain reviewers on YouTube because confirmation bias. There are just so many great games that I could be putting my time investment into, and this is just not one of them for me. And I'm not saying that Starfield is a bad game. It's sort of a situation of a Skyrim or a Fallout 4 in my case, personally. I don't particularly find those games awesome, but they're playable. And there is something in those games for everyone. And it's a matter of sort of finding what your thing is in those games. And I've never really found it in Fallout 4 yet. Maybe I can give that another go. Because I don't really play that game at all. So I haven't found that yet. In Skyrim, I found the exploration was the strength of the game for me. And so I sort of switched my mentality from traditional Elder Scrolls game to this is an action adventure game with RPG elements and emphasis on exploration. And that made the experience a lot better. But I really could not do that with this game. I tried my best not to make any comparisons while I tried the last time I tried before uninstalling. And what I got was exactly like my dry chicken. It's bland and dry, and it's it's barely edible. I'll eat it, but I'm not really gonna like it very much. So those are my thoughts on Starfield. And I wanted to just sort of end this recording with a statement that if you enjoy Starfield and you think it's a great game, all the more power to you. And I'm actually really pleased that your experience has been great with this game. I'm not taking away from that. I'm not invalidating that. I'm just saying for me, it's just too dry. And it's not only dry chicken, it's unseasoned chicken. Where, yeah, I'll eat it, but I'm not gonna like it, and I'm not gonna eat too much of it probably. And the rest of it's gonna go into garbage. So those are some of my thoughts on Starfield. And if you have anything to add, or maybe you have something that you really enjoy about the game that I really have to try, then put that on there. But put them in the comment section. But man, if it's going to involve me having to play through the main story and some of the side content that lacks any sort of soul, it's probably not going to happen. So just putting that out there. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, and hopefully the next recording that I have for this channel will be a little bit more positive and have less disappointment in it. So until next time, everyone, take care of yourselves, and I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye for now.